12 Notes Podcast, back in effect.
Yo, yo, yo.
PD Beats, receipt. You know what it is. We're here to talk about Kendrick versus Drake. The beef is on. Uh, Kendrick just dropped his diss on a Tuesday morning. What do
Had
you?
you heard it already when I sent it to you this morning?
Nah, I barely woke up. Fool.
Fool, I seen that shit, I heard that shit, and I was like, I heard it like 3 times first before I sent it to you. I was like, what the fuck? What do you think about it? What was your first reaction? Because you sent me a mind blown emoji.
Um, well, like I said, I barely woke up, right? So I'm like, I just clicked the link. I'm half
Half awake?
asleep and shit. And I'm just playing it on my phone, kind of out loud. And I'm like, and it just woke me up. I'm like, hold up, like I gotta really pay attention, like So
Yeah.
I got up, stretched out a little, got the headphones, and really just listened to it like about 3 times back to back. And I like it, bro.
Do you think it's the best one so far out of all the disses that have came out? On both sides? Or on all sides, basically?
Um, I'll say yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. What about you?
Nah, that shit's crazy. I think so too. I put it up there. When I first heard it, I was just like mind blown too. I was like, what the fuck? Everything he was talking about, I was just like, I had to listen to it 2 or 3 times, but I was just like,
Yeah,
what the
it's
fuck?
pretty long too. So
Yeah, but I like his flow. He definitely has like quotable shit and catchy shit.
hmm
Like there's some lines in there that where like I already imagine people like rapping that shit back type shit. Cause
yeah,
he basically like speeds up his flow at some points and then like stops the beat like and then it comes back in a crazy
yeah,
way.
yeah,
And in the middle of the actual this song, like the beat switches up too at one point, right? Right
yeah,
in the middle,
yeah. It's like
which is dope
three
too.
switch ups basically.
Yeah.
And when I first played it, and it's like all slow and shit, I'm like, this was not about to just diss him on this slow.
Yeah, cause he's like even talking super slow in the
Yeah,
beginning.
but I was for it. I was like, let me see how he's gonna do this, cause it'll be funny that he's just. But the beat switches and he goes. So, I
I
mean,
got some of the lyrics right here.
all right. Let's see what some of your favorite bars.
I did highlight some. Let's see. He says, somebody had told me you got a ring on God. I'm ready to double the wage. I'd rather do that than let a Canadian N-word make Pac turn in his grave.
Yeah.
Cutthroat business. You got shit twisted. What is it? The braids? So I seen online when I got these lyrics
Mhm.
through on genius.com.
Mhm.
When you click on it, like there's some words that are highlighted and you can click on it and it has a little more detailed story. And it says that apparently Drake had bought a ring that was apparently like $1 million
I remember
that
that.
belonged to Tupac at some
I
point.
remember that.
So that's what he's talking about on this one. Somebody told me you got a ring on God. I'm ready to dope. He's ready to like, he wants that ring because he feels like he doesn't deserve it
Yeah.
because he's using Tupac as an AI to
Right.
diss him,
Right.
which is disrespecting
Right.
Tupac,
Mhm.
right? And also Tupac's estate, right? His family, like they put out a cease and desist,
Yeah.
so they put that song, they take that song down. That's why it was taken down.
Mhm.
So it's only on YouTube and whatnot.
Yeah.
What do you think about that song too?
The AI shit.
Yeah, with the Tupac and Snoop Dogg shit.
I thought it's kind of funny, like it's Kendrick's idol and shit, and like you just use Tupac to diss, use your idol to diss you, but at the same time, It's like, bro, I don't know. It's you know what's funny to me though too, that Drake raps the way he raps and just put Tupac's voice over it, thinking it's gonna be.
That's what I was thinking. Do you think that's what exactly what it was? Like, you think he wrote it and then just put AI on it
I
as
think
Tupac's voice?
he spit his verse
Right. He spit it
and then
and then put the
changed the
AI on
voice.
that.
Yeah, if he would have done it where it's like Tupac's style spitting it, I think it would have been better. Cause
Yeah, because he was trying to talk like with the
he's
Tupac.
rapping like Drake,
Yeah,
but on in Tupac voice, and it just sounds
yeah.
whack, bro.
No,
Like,
yeah, I get what you mean.
but it is funny. It's like a little troll on him, and just trying to get him mad and shit. But the Snoop, I think,
Was corny, right?
yeah, because Snoop is alive, and like like, bro, you
I
don't have to
think
do
not
that.
only that, like the perspective of supposedly this is Tupac and Snoop Dogg telling Kendrick like, hey, like, don't let this light skinned Canadian dude like fucking
Yeah,
try to diss you, come back type of thing. Like,
right.
I
Just
didn't like that tactic. It seemed like, I don't know. It seemed corny to me. I liked his verse, Drake's verse on that,
right,
but I feel like it would have been way better without the AI shit.
for
Like,
sure, for sure. Yeah, I mean, he's just. I don't know. Like I say, I think he's just taunting him and just wanting him to respond.
yeah, he was trying to like say anything so Kendrick would respond, basically, right?
Yeah.
Then he says, "There's three goats left, and I see two of them kissing and hugging on stage. I love them to death, and in 8 bars, I'll explain that phrase." Now online, it seems like it's confused because it says that 8 bars after that is they didn't know the placement basically of where what he's talking about. Do you know what he's talking about in that one? Because it's like, I'll explain it in 8 bars from now. But
He
then,
doesn't really get into detail about it.
yeah, exactly. People were confused onto when is the 8 bars. They're saying it was the Pusha T line.
Or where's the YMW Melly? Where's that at?
Let me try to look.
Because that kind of goes with that, but I don't know.
And in 8 bars, I'll explain that phrase, huh? So then, where's the 8 bars like from there?
I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk on no Sally. I think a lot of people were saying like, oh, the reject Cole back down because he talked to Kendrick and he didn't want to be a part of it. Like, if Kendrick's talking to these fools and trying to, explain the situation,
Mm-hmm.
but I think Kendrick is just saying like, bro, I ain't talking to you. I ain't talking to nobody. You ain't calling me. Like,
No, yeah. No, but he's saying, fool, he's saying, in 8 bars, I'll explain that phrase. He said, I love him to death, but in 8 bars, I'll explain that phrase. So
yeah,
eight bars
I
from
feel
that
like,
one part.
yeah,
Where is it though on
I
the
feel
on
like
the?
it's in there, but it's not in the 8 bars.
Right, that's what people were saying. Cause that's where it was confused. Cause on the genius.com it says it's on the 4th bar. Cause the comments, people could comment on it, and it was
Yeah,
like, bro, this ain't even the 8th bar. Like,
yeah,
the 8th bar is this, and then so it was a discussion. Like, what did
yeah.
he really mean? I love them to death, and in 8 bars I'll explain that phrase. And like, in 8 bars, he's not really talking about why.
Mm.
But I don't know. But it's all a play of words too. Like, it's still not fully like, you know,
That's the thing
decoded.
about Kendrick is like, it's not like it's not as blunt as as maybe Drake is. Drake's
No, yeah.
this is just straight up. No need to try to dissect the shit, but
Another thing that he talked about that I thought was interesting is the West Coast thing.
I love that. I love that he brought that up. He's saying, I heard y'all don't like the West Coast or some shit.
Yeah, let me see. Oh yeah, it says OVO N words is dick riders. Tell them running America to imitate heritage. They can't imitate this
Intimate
violence. What I
violence.
learned, these N words don't like the West Coast, and I'm fine with it. I push the line with it.
Yeah. I love that he said that. Because, yeah, everybody's been talking about, oh, nobody listens to LA rap, West Coast hip hop. It's not,
They're
you
preying
know.
on our downfall, fool.
Right. So, everybody saying the West Coast don't matter right now. And the fact that he brought that up is like, he's, it's part of the big three. So, how's the West Coast
Exactly.
not a factor in it? And he's one of the biggest rappers in the world from Compton.
There it is.
Yeah.
Do you think we're being biased? Because you don't really like Drake. Let's be honest.
Yeah. I'm trying not to be biased. And at first I wasn't. But what I'm hearing from everybody else is making me more biased.
Because I have still heard, like, there are some haters out there saying
They don't like it. It sucks.
that it's trash.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that he was, like, copying bars, which he was, I guess, just referencing different tracks and shit.
I think
But there's always going to be people that, there's a lot of Drake love, like, Drake super diehard fans type shit.
I'm hearing a lot of people say like, "Oh, there's no replay value in this diss track."
And this one?
Yeah.
But is there any replay value in the AI diss track?
No, ain't nobody gonna about that. But they're saying the push-ups is
But
replay.
what is push-ups to the like that?
Like that, exactly.
Like that is a
It's
fucking
number
hit.
one hit, and it's still probably I haven't checked, but it was number one for a minute. So I don't know. I think those are just Drake fans. The thing about Drake, bro, and the reason why he has so many hits is like he does like a lot of quotables, right? Like all that shit is just catchy shit. And it's the same with his diss tracks, right? And so everybody's just like, oh, like, is this crazy? Like, and Kendrick is more like, I don't know, you gotta more digest the shit. You gotta listen.
Yeah, it's
Pay
more
attention.
for the soul. It's like soulful. Another thing that I also realized is that, and I thought was interesting, is that Kendrick was saying that Drake likes to be famous.
Yeah, that show's
He
hilarious.
said, "Hey, top dog, who the fuck they think they playing with? Extortion, my middle name. As soon as you jump off that plane, bitch, I'm allergic to the lame shit. Only you like being famous." I thought that was interesting. Because then from that, he ends up saying, "Y'all think all my life is rap?
Right.
That's whole shit. I got a son to raise, but I can see you don't know nothing about that. Waking them up, know nothing about that. And tell them to pray, know nothing about that. And give them the tools to walk through life day by day, knowing nothing about that. Teaching them morals, integrity, discipline. Listen, man, you don't know nothing about that. Speaking the truth and consider words God's considering. You don't know nothing about that." Yeah. Damn, that was a big shot too. I feel like.
I mean, getting on this fatherhood, you ain't.
Because the thing about that is that in reality, Pusha T exposed Drake for even having a kid in the first place. He
Right.
didn't want to have like
Right.
publicly known, kid.
Mm. But even
And
that, Drake's response is he doesn't want the world to know about his kid or whatever.
yeah,
But now look at what you got your kid doing, bro. He's out here. He's making music, trying to be a rapper and all this. It's
that's true.
like, what are you saying?
I do like that about Kendrick because Kendrick is like not trying to be famous as much as like
Right.
he is really just focused on the music,
Yeah, he's
like
he's
the
not like
aspect.
an industry. He's not an industry dude. Like
Yeah, he's not like
trying to be all
looking
up in
for
the mix
likes
and
and stuff.
like yeah, he just does his shit. So yeah, again on Drake's um on his judging his father being a good father. I think it's a good strategy because
For
I don't
sure, that's
know. I
gonna
mean, you
bother
tell
Drake.
anybody. Like if I told you, like, bro, you ain't a good dad. You gotta
That's what I'm
take
saying. For sure,
that's
that's gonna bother
offensive, bro.
Drake.
Like
Yeah,
what? So I don't know, but I seen people talking shit about that too. Like I don't know. It's just there's definitely people taking sides and people being biased. Like Drake fans just saying Kendrick shit is whack. Kendrick fans saying Drake shit is whack. And it's like no arguing. Can't change their mind about it. But I mean, one thing at first I didn't like with the Kendrick shit
hmm
is when he starts saying like, "Oh, I hate the way you walk and I hate the way you talk and shit." I was like,
I think that shit's catchy though,
but I felt like it was like a little like
cause then
he's
when he
being a
when he
hater.
repeats it again.
But
Oh, you're saying because he sounds like a hater?
yeah, which he is saying he hates it. But I realized later that it's just going. He's just referencing the DMX. Because when DMX was on the Breakfast Club, they asked him like, what do you think about Drake?" He's like, "I don't like him. I don't like the way he dresses. I don't like the way he talks. I don't like the way he sounds." And just getting on it. Like, so I felt like he's just bringing that back up. Like, I think overall the whole diss is about, bro, the hip hop culture don't like you like that. You a pop artist, and you're so desperate to be accepted, and it ain't happening. DMX don't like you. Most Def just came out and said you ain't real hip hop.
Yeah, he's pop, huh?
Yeah. So, and I feel like Drake, he really wants to be accepted by the culture, and the fact that he doesn't get it the way Kendrick does, it bothers him.
That's true, but then he does get the love. I feel like he gets more love than Kendrick.
Nah.
Yeah, bro. And the whole mess up thing, I think in LA probably not, but even then in LA he does. Drake, fool. People put Drake as like the goat type shit. I
Like
mean,
other
that's what we're
rappers
talking
and
about, three
shit, like
goats, right?
legendary rappers and shit like that.
I mean, that's what we're talking about, the big three, right? J. Cole, Kendrick, and Drake.
Yeah,
So, I mean, he's up there for sure.
yeah. But at the same time, I don't know, bro. He gets called a pop artist all the time. I think he's a pop artist,
But he's both. And that's what makes him even
and
doper.
everybody wants a real rap album from Drake.
I think one thing about Drake, though, and I mean, this is something in hip hop that, like, in other genres is okay, but in hip hop, it's kind of a no no, is that he has ghostwriters.
Ghostwriters,
And
yeah,
that discredits a lot of,
yeah.
like,
That's
the
a
topic of,
huge.
that could put him at, from number one to maybe number two or three. You know, like, because, like, in hip hop, like, that shit, it doesn't really happen, you know? Like, in pop, it does, and
Everything
every
else
other
is
genre,
fine,
there's
but
songwriters, but And I guess it
No,
probably does happen in hip hop a lot, because then you hear stories of Jay-Z writing like these fucking big ass Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg
but
verses
I don't see Dre as a rapper like that.
with Snoop.
Snoop either. I mean,
Not like that. It's more like simpler, huh?
yeah, even Kanye, like Kanye has writers, which is yeah, that's
That's true.
that's not it's not mind blowing to hear because nobody looks at Kanye like, oh, he's the greatest rapper. He's he could be one of the greatest. It's like, no, he's a great producer. You know, he knows how to make music, and
What do you think about actually Kanye? He came out with a Like That remix.
that
What do
shit
you think
was
about that?
stupid.
You didn't like it? I thought it was cool, like, but it had no replay value to me. Like, I mean, even though that beat is hard,
I don't know.
but he made it like kind of like church, like
Yeah.
vibes.
I feel like he's kind of
He was just trying to get his name, like, trying to get some type of publicity from
yeah,
that
but you're like
moment.
you're messing up the whole thing.
Like, you ain't even part of the big three, bro.
Yeah, and then you kind of step in, and you're just like you're making it not fun anymore. And the thing too with this beef, why I feel like people are just not as like going crazy for it, or like feel like it's like some of the greatest disses, is because I feel like it's a little too friendly. Like they're still
Friendly was
trying
when
to.
J. Cole fucking apologized.
Yeah,
That was way too friendly.
I still feel Drake is being a little friendly, and Kendrick.
Well, yeah, cause I mean,
Like it's a friendly fade.
at the same time, we want it to be friendly, you know.
That's why we're not getting the hit 'em ups and
For
the
sure,
crazy
for sure,
shit,
for
like
sure, for
because
sure.
it's just rap beef, and there's no
Yeah,
real
that's what makes it so dope. That we know it's not like that deep. You get me?
right.
Because we know at the end of the day, like they all respect each other, cause they know that they
Yeah.
are the top three.
Damn.
But there are some things that obviously they're gonna get mad about, you know, because they are like they're talking about his son.
I mean, we'll see where it goes, but right now I feel like yeah, it's not. We're not gonna get that full disrespectful as those bars like that because it's just not like that.
There's another one. He says, "How many fairy tale stories about your life till we had enough? How many more black features till you finally feel that you black
Black and
enough? I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he
acts
acts tough."
tough.
Damn, you already remember it?
Gotta make me bring back Puff.
Jeez.
You gotta bring back Puff.
Apple said you gonna make me bring back Puff. Let me see if
Yeah.
Chubbs really crashed something. So Chubbs is Drake's security guard too. And then he says, "My first one, like my last one, it's a classic. You don't have one. Let your
Yeah.
core audience stomach that.
Yeah.
Didn't tell them where you get your abs from. V12, it's a fast one. I heard that that's a machine called the V12 machine that is the one that like gets your abs, like fucking basically the fake abs.
Mm, interesting.
Yeah. So, and Rick Ross also mentioned that, right?
Yeah.
You heard Rick Ross's this?
Mm.
And he mentions that Drake got, and I think you know who else has got that? Oscar De La Hoya.
Oh, yeah.
Now as an adult, he got the fake abs.
Wow.
I guess he couldn't get them back. I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
But this fool, and then he ended up like admitting to it after. But yeah, so out of nowhere they say that in a span of like 4 or 5 months, Drake just had six pack out of nowhere.
Hmm.
Like, did he fucking work for 4 or 5 months to get them, or did he get some type of surgery? That's what they're insinuating.
Hmm. Interesting.
Another thing that I thought was interesting was the percentages and the splits.
That was a good comeback.
He said,
Line.
"Let's speak on percentage. Show me your splits. I make sure I double back with you.
We
You was
signed
signed to a N word that signed
signed
to
to
a N
another
word that
one,
said
signed
he
to
was
another
signed
one.
to that.
It's just true, bro. Like you signed to Wayne, to
He
sign to
signed to
Birdman,
Wayne,
to sign Universal. It's like
who signed to Birdman, who signed to
Universal.
Universal.
How you gonna talk about his splits, like, bro?
And now that Kendrick is on PG Lane,
Mm-hmm.
so what is it that Drake is saying? Because Drake is saying that Top, which is the owner of Top Dog, right, still owns percentage of Drake's music, even though now he's on PG Lane.
Kendrick's music, I guess so. That he owns 50%.
So PG Lane is Kendrick's label, or who owns that label? That's his own
Yeah,
label.
that's Kendrick's label.
So now he owns his own music, like all the new stuff, basically, right?
Yeah,
Is what he's saying. And Drake is saying no, that Top still
owns 50.
owns 50% or shit.
I don't know because I mean Drake had the Interscope line,
Oh
which
yeah, and the
is
aftermath.
Kendrick's not on Interscope anymore.
I know that was taking a shot at the West Coast and Dr. Dre. What the hell? That's what I took it as.
Hmm.
Cause you know he's cool with Dr. Dre,
Yeah.
and Dr. Dre is a part of Kendrick's upbringing for sure. You know, he
Mm-hmm.
had a big influence on him. So I took it as that, like you know, picking sides. You know, like just like Little Yachty. You heard that what Little Yachty said?
Um, I can't remember what it was.
But he was basically taking shots back at Kendrick.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Oh, he said, "Who was raising your son
Oh
when
yeah,
you were
apparently.
cheating on your wife with all these white women and shit?"
Yeah, so he's accusing Kendrick of cheating on his wife and not being a good dad.
Well, he admitted that to in Mr. Morale in the
Oh,
album.
that's why he brings it up.
Yeah.
Because he admitted, yeah, that he fucked up, right?
Yeah.
That is true.
But I mean, Yachty. I mean, what do you? Who can rap? You know.
What do you think about that one line? Going back to this though, but tell them run to America to imitate heritage. They can't imitate this violence.
Yeah, I like that.
That shit is
I like that.
crazy, right?
Yeah.
Because it's true, right?
Yeah.
It's like it's not only culture appropriating, but you're like like country appropriating
Mm,
in a way.
yeah. I don't know. And then I don't know. Let's see how long Drake takes, because if he was so, so much on Kendrick about, the time he's taking too long to respond. See how long Drake takes. I heard so Daylight that who tweeted said that this track I heard was 19 minutes long.
Yeah, I seen that too. Yeah, so apparently Daylight, the battle rapper, he said that he heard like an extended version of the diss track and that it was like 19 minutes long, right? Imagine. I
Which
mean,
I
I wouldn't doubt
mean,
it.
at the end of the song, it does sound like he's about to keep going.
That is true. That is true.
But yeah,
Another thing is, I'm trying to find the line about his dad, fool. He basically is like, oh, he says his daddy is a killer. He wanna be junior. That they must have forgot the shit that they done. Dementia must run in his family,
mm,
but let it get shaky. I park your son. Is he saying that the dad is a killer? I mean, he is. He said his daddy a killer. What does he mean by that part?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, there was nothing on. I couldn't find anything on that. Like,
Maybe Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe if his son is trying to be like his dad.
And does his dad have dementia or Parkinson's? Like,
I don't know. Or his mom.
maybe he knows
Maybe
someone in
so.
his family that has it.
Something.
I like also when he's like, I hate a rapper talk about guns and somebody die, they turn into nuns, then
Nuns.
hop online, like, pray for my city, he faking for likes and digital hugs.
Yeah. That's cold. That's a cold bar.
The very first time I shot me a Drake, the homie had told me that aim it this way. I didn't point down
Down
enough.
enough, yeah.
Today I show you how I learned from those
No
mistakes.
mistakes.
Damn, fool. That one was hard.
Yeah. Damn. Damn. Why do I know all this? I barely listened to it like
Bro, you know it,
three
fool.
times.
He says, I don't want to talk on no celly. You know I got language barriers. There's no accent you can tell me. Yeah, Cole and Aubrey know I'm a selfish N-word. The crown is heavy. I pray they my real friends. If not, I'm
YNW
YNW
Melly.
Melly. Why does he say that? YNW Melly.
Jeff was in jail, basically for killing his friends.
And someone ratted on him? Like his own homies?
I don't think I'm not sure, but I think they just got evidence on him.
Because that probably is it, right? Because he's saying, I pray they my real friends. If not, I'm white. Meaning, if not, I'm going to get locked up if they're not my real friends.
No, the reason he's locked up is because YMW Melly's friends were killed,
Oh.
and they're saying that he's the one that killed his friends.
Oh, shit.
So he's saying, I hope,
Oh,
or else,
shit.
I'm
Oh,
about to kill
shit.
my friends.
Yeah. Damn, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't even know that. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
Okay, that makes sense now.
it's crazy.
And then he says, I don't like how you popping shit at Pharrell. For him, I inherit the beef.
I love that.
Yeah, fuck all that pushing P. Let me see you push a T. You're better off spinning again on him. You think about pushing me? He's Terrence Thornton. I'm Terrence Crawford. Yeah, I'm whipping feet. Who's Terrence Thornton? I know who Terrence Crawford is, the boxer.
I think that's Pusha T's real name.
Oh, okay. I like that Pusha T line too. And then he says, "This is a friendly fade. You should keep it that way. I know some shit about N words that make Gunna wanna look like a saint."
I don't know. Let's see if it goes that far. They're gonna have to start really putting the dirt out, which is that shit will get crazy.
Do you think he really has like dirt like that in the tuck?
Says he does. I mean,
You know something I was curious about? I wanted to know, why does Drake keep mentioning Taylor Swift?
I know from the first time was because he's saying Kendrick needs pop artists in order to be who he is. So he did the song with Taylor Swift, and I forgot who else he mentioned. But yeah, and then I guess Taylor Swift had just dropped in between this beef, so he was saying,
He was saying you're gonna have to wait until she drops because that's your
she's
homegirl.
making you wait, yeah. But just it's a cool angle. I ain't mad at that.
So the one line that I thought was interesting too was he said, "We hate the bitches you fuck because they confuse themselves with real women." And notice I said we. It's not just me. I'm with the culture feeling.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
What do you think about that line?
That's what I said before, bro.
You said that
The
before?
culture. He's not. I mean, why is everybody going at him now?
Why?
They don't really rock with you like that, bro. You a pop artist. You ain't for the culture.
But everybody fucks with Drake, fool.
Not anymore.
Even with this, people are still gonna fuck with Drake.
If he comes out on top.
I mean, Drake's gonna come back for sure.
Yeah.
And faster than Kendrick, for sure, it seems like.
I think that'll be the best move
He
for
has
him.
30 writers. He has 20 V1. Oh, I like that bar too. I don't know if it's on here, but
Am I battling ghosts or AIs?
yeah, because
Yeah.
Drake said that he was, since everyone was taking shots at him, he was saying it was 1v20. And Kendrick is saying it's 1v20 because you got 20 ghostwriters.
Right. Yeah. I'm a battling ghost or AI. And then he brought up Joel.
The fact that he was in that movie, too, right?
Yeah. Sixth Sense.
Oh, yeah, it's right here.
An AI movie.
Am I battling ghost or AI? Feeling like Joel Osteen. Funny, he was in a film called AI, and my sixth sense is telling me to off him. I'm a blick N-words all in their coffin.
Yeah. I don't know, bro. I like it. There's a lot of hate on it. A lot of love. People talking about his voice. They don't like his voice.
Whose voice? Kendrick's?
Yeah. Like, why is he sounding like that all the time? It's like, bro, like,
That's his voice. What the hell?
this is the way. That's what he's on right now. Like, it's probably the same people that don't like E40.
Nah, that's
You know,
Kendrick being Kendrick.
You don't like. You probably don't like ODB. You probably don't like. Freaking. I don't know.
Mystical.
Right. Like, you just don't like different voices, animated type of shit. Like, I don't know.
So who do you think is winning right now between J. Cole, Kendrick, and Drake?
Well, you said J. Cole. J. Cole's out.
He bowed out, respectfully.
He's out, bro.
Peace and love.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it's tie.
Right now with Kendrick and Drake?
I'll go this tie. I'm not that biased.
That's fair. That's surprising, fool.
Yeah.
Nah, I'll say that. You know what's funny is on the way over here, I was playing it for my son, Kendrick's, and he was like, "Wait, what? Is this new?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it just came out." And then he's like, "What?" Like, and he's like, "Kendrick is dope, like that. He's winning, you know." But then I played him the push-ups one. Well, he already even knows it. He's like, play that push-ups one, and we played it, and he's like, I don't know. He changed his mind. He's like, I don't know no more. Like, he's like, it's like a tie.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, low key, it's true.
I don't know, bro. It's a tie. I say it's a tie, but yeah. But I feel Kendrick he's winning a little bit to me.
But that's because you're
biased.
biased.
It was the Drake shit. What was the great parts about Drake's diss? He called him short.
He said he was 5'7".
And you a big stepper with a size 7 shoe. I don't know. You know how I see it right now? This just came to my mind. You know how, like, your girl would try to talk shit to you, and then you talk shit back, but she gets, like, all of her feelings, like, and she gets mad?
Right.
It's like, you can't say shit.
Yeah.
I feel like Drake is a girl. Like he's taking all these shots. Are you sure? You know,
Oh, he
small.
mentions that
You
too.
got
The
small
sexy
feet,
red line too.
right? And then Kendrick is like coming at him, like hitting your heart and your soul, like bro, like
That's true. That is true. And he brings that up on that sexy red line. Basically, he's like, "It seems like you're taking a picture, like, and
it's
it's
two
two,
bad bitches
it's
or
two
some
bad
shit,
bitches." Uh,
bro. I don't know.
you know what's funny is that, cause like I said, I was showing Daniel over here on the way over here, and then he was like, I showed him the J Cole apology,
Uh huh.
and he's like, and it was my first time I had seen it, to be honest, the full thing. Cause I was like, damn, I know people are just saying like, hey, J Cole's out of this, you know, like, so
Mm-hmm.
I just like took the word, and like, I don't think I even had seen it, but he just goes on this rant saying like, you know, like basically he just wants peace between them, and he respects, obviously. He asked the fans like at his show, basically, he's like, how many of y'all fuck with Kendrick Lamar? And like the crowd goes crazy,
Crazy.
fool.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I love Kendrick Lamar too, you know, I fuck with him too.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just thought it was crazy is that literally it was the next day and you fucking apologize. And in a way it seems like I fuck with J. Cole. To me, he is one of my favorites too, but in a way it's like, bro, if you're gonna keep it hip hop, then just keep it hip hop, bro. Like, you don't have to apologize.
Yeah. I don't think. Yeah, he shouldn't have apologized, and he should have just not saying anything anymore. You know, just leave it
Right.
at that. Like the fact that you apologize is like, oh, bro. And the thing with J. Cole too is like these last few years, he's just been all his songs are about how good he is and how he's the best, and nobody can see him on the mic, and he'll go at anybody. But like, boom, here it is. Here's a chance, and you back down. It's like, bro, should be sad
I still want to hear the fall off though,
for
cause it's
sure.
like,
But I
bro.
don't want to hear him bragging about how good he is anymore. I want him to go back to making music and making songs.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know, give us what you've been doing,
Yeah, no, yeah.
making music, making songs. Not all this rappity rap shit anymore, because nobody want to hear that anymore from you.
There's a song on that album called Fever, and it's him singing, and it's like kind of like a Drake type song.
Yeah, I hate that song.
I thought you would hate that song. And I like the song, but Drake would sound better doing it, to be honest.
Yeah,
If Drake was doing that song, it would sound way better.
that's why he has ghostwriters, huh? Because he just sounds better doing it.
That's true. But it is a good song, though. I do like it.
Yeah, I don't like it. I feel like it's just not him. Like he just. Nah.
What'd you think about Rick Ross's diss to Drake?
Um. Well, for one, I can't stand Rick Ross.
Fool, I thought you loved Rick Ross.
Hell no.
I'm just kidding.
But I don't know. It wasn't nothing impressive or nothing. I think it was so funny though.
Remember when that fool had that thing about Paris?
Mm-mm.
Oh. It was a moment back in the day. But I thought it was good. Rick Ross is cool, but I mean, not compared to any of the other. It wasn't really up to par with.
Right. But I also think he wasn't really taking it that serious. Like he just.
He
Good.
was dissing him though. Like,
Yeah, but it was just real quick, and then at the end, most of his disses were just him talking about it.
but there is something interesting that Drake said too on one of the disses. He's like, basically all your hits are because of me, which is true.
For
Most of
Rick
his
Ross.
hits are
Are you talking about Rick Ross or
Yeah.
Future?
Rick Ross. Both.
Because he says he
but
gave him
more
his
Rick Ross.
first. Yeah, that's true about Rick Ross though.
Yeah, they have so many songs together.
Mm.
Stay Scheming. Other songs. That's my favorite one.
Forgettable songs. That's fine.
No, there's a couple.
I ain't gonna do
Money
that.
in the Grave, no?
Rick Ross is on that song?
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to know. You feel like Drake has a classic album?
Drake has a classic album?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, a couple.
Which ones?
Nothing was the same.
Back to back. You can go.
Yeah, I like
No
the whole album.
skips.
Back to Nothing was the same. And what other album? Views from the Six. I like those two albums.
Okay.
You?
Okay, I don't even like Drake.
But
So no.
fool, you don't like Drake?
Nah.
But there's not an album you've even heard, or you just don't like the albums, or what?
His last few albums I went to go check out just to see, give it a chance. It just didn't do it for me.
Oh, also, if you're reading this, it's too late. I like that album.
Yeah, he. I don't know what it is about him, bro. I just feel like. I think Kendrick set it off.
For sure, he did.
But there's more to come.
Drake responded already, right? Like with the meme or
Honestly.
something. He put like a video on his story of like a white girl from a movie, like saying, "I hate the way she does this. I hate the way she does that. I hate." It was like a part of a movie. Playing with the fact that Kendrick said, I hate this, I hate that, I hate you, I hate your guts."
Yeah, that's it. Like when I first heard that, I didn't really like.
You didn't like that part?
But when I realized he was just doing what DMX did, I was like, okay, that's makes sense. He's just pointing out that, well, we don't like you, bro. It's not just me.
No, yeah, that's true. Because there is a lot of people, right? It's not just because apparently, like, it's The Weeknd is involved in it too somehow. How's The Weeknd involved?
He gave him some bars.
Who to who? The Weeknd to Drake?
Yeah, but Drake also responded to him in the push-up song.
But how did it start? Over a girl or something?
I don't know.
Because remember how Drake says in one of the disses, basically he's saying that he hooked up with one of the baby moms in a way. He's like, backstage at Coachella, something, and he's like, "I'm just glad your baby mama don't kiss and tell," or something like that.
He was saying that towards who?
I don't know. That's what I was trying to figure out. Some people were saying Rick Ross. Some people were saying... No, what were people saying that was towards? I forgot who.
Feels towards Kendrick.
It might have been Travis Scott. And it might have been talking about Kylie? No. I don't know.
I know, because Kendrick says, like, stop telling lies about me. I want to tell the truth about you.
Oh, yeah. I like that one.
So it's like, if that line was about Kendrick, then that would, make sense. And also, too, how you going to be excited about, Drake's diss if he's not, it's not the truth?
That's true, too.
Like, oh, you hear what he said? What happened? What this and that? I was like, it's not even true. So why does that even matter or count? I don't know. But also, Drake's diss was not only for Kendrick. It was for everybody who's going at him.
Future, Metro Boomin.
So I feel like this next one, he just has to go straight at Kendrick and give it your all, bro.
Keep it Toronto, fool.
I like that part where Kendrick does like the accent, the Toronto accent.
You do like or you do like?
I do like it.
You do like?
That shit was funny.
Oh, when Kendrick was doing it? Or when Drake does it?
No, when Kendrick was doing it.
Oh, the Crody part?
Yeah.
Apparently, Crody is a term like used by Crips from Toronto. That's what it said on Genius.
It makes it even funnier.
So it was all like slang, like Toronto slang and whatnot.
Yeah. Bro, the way they talk is freaking ridiculous.
It's funny, eh?
I'm gonna call this for Robs. He had something to say. See if he wants to say it on the pod.
Well. Looking funny decided to call me back.
We on the pod. What you got to say?
What?
I'm on the podcast.
Okay, you embarrassing yourself already?
I want you to embarrass yourself.
Big Thanos, nigga. Fuck a Kendrick. That's all I
Yeah.
gotta say about that.
Should be ashamed.
Hey, I'll tell you this though.
What?
I do kind of like understand like the more and more times I listen to Kendrick, the more shit I get, and the more I like every song that people be gassing to Kendrick. I be like, damn, why is this so popular? I ain't even feeling that shit. But the more I like try to listen and listen, the more I catch shit, and the more I kind of like, the more I understand him, the more I'm like, okay, this fool is dope, or that shit is dope, or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So I definitely am feeling the song a lot more than I was in my first reaction. But come on, man, that nigga ain't fucking with Big Champagne.
Call him Poppy, fool. That's your Poppy.
I was waiting for you to do that.
Nah, that's
That nigga look like Hulk in the Infinity Wars. Nigga got smashed.
I'm waiting for the response. Right now, I got it even. I even told this. It's 1-1.
All right, let me say this. It's funny because I'm not gonna say everybody, but the majority of people who I talk to, who say Kendrick bodied it, got him, did that, did this. Why is everybody talking about the next one already and what he's gonna do next? It's like they already like making the excuse for him on what he's gonna do on the next one, already overlooking this one. It's like deep down, you know that shit weak.
I was talking about Drake.
Well, you were talking about Kendrick when I talked to you earlier.
Was I?
What do you think is what is your reason for why Kendrick killed it like this so good?
Well, I was telling this fool, I feel like my analogy was like, when your girl is trying to clown you and she's making all these jokes, but as soon as you say something back, she gets all butthurt and mad. So Kendrick is the girl, and Kendrick is the guy, and Drake is the girl. I feel like Kendrick really like hit the shit that he's most insecure about, and Drake is just talking about, oh, you short, and worse, I said you short.
For murder. I feel like number one, I mean, Drake went against the whole army. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like Drake has to just focus on Kendrick.
But he didn't even need to. He dusted him that easy. I feel like Kendrick invested a whole 6 minutes to this guy, right? And like his wordplay is crazy. Like I said, the more I listen to it.
Ross.
What's up?
Hey, what did you think about the AI Tupac thing, though?
I didn't even really like that song, to be honest.
Don't you think it's
But
disrespectful to Tupac?
I don't know. I didn't like it. I kind of was just like, I heard it once and never again.
Yeah.
So if we were, if
But
so, if it was a back and forth, and you didn't listen to that one again, how do you have Drake Champagne Poppy on top?
because all he needed was the first one.
But isn't
That
like
was just
that?
like a little.
How
That
about
was just
like
a
that
little
though?
Isn't like that the
top
first
being a
one?
bully. Like, oh, this nigga taking forever. Let me hit him again. Since he wanted to take so long.
But what'd you
Why does
think
this nigga
about the
take
song like
17
that?
days? Huh?
What'd you think about the song like that?
I mean, it was cool, but there's only like 2 bars in it. Like, what did he really say? You know?
I mean,
As I recall, all I remember is two. What was his big motherfucker? Big three is just Big Me, right? What else?
That's what set it off because they started off with the first person shooter, right? So that was the whole thing that
Say
set
that
it
again.
off. I'm saying that's the whole thing that set it off, right?
the first person shooter. Yeah.
Well, that was the excuse that Kendrick used because he'd been wanting to go at them for years now, and he finally got balls enough to jump out the window. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know. But let me ask you this: why it take this nigga 17 days to drop that? And the longer it took him, the more he made fucking Drake's what he said come true. Like, oh, this nigga gotta wait for Swiftie to drop. They told him fall back. Like, we need the attention on her album. Like, damn, like, talk about sellout ass niggas supposed to be about the culture and hip hop. Nigga, you supposed to respond ASAP. Not wait for some white bitch.
But why does it have to be on Drake's time? It's on Kendrick's time.
It's not on Kendrick or his time. It's hip hop's time, nigga. This is 2024. Niggas want a response ASAP. You got a couple days tops, or nobody. It don't even matter.
So what you're saying is that Drake has a couple of days to respond, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And if he
Well,
doesn't,
now that Kendrick took like a year and a half, and I don't even remember.
Now it changes.
nah, he's gonna change it, huh?
I thought we keep it in hip hop.
We were supposed to, but your boy over here, you know, taking 20 days to drop some mediocre shit.
Hey, but Drake needs to go get with his ghostwriters to write the next one.
Hey, you know what's crazy though? Is Kendrick might as well have ghostwriters because half of his biggest disses he got from other disses that other rappers already hit Drake with, so they kind of even.
Fool, he just referenced that. He's not using the actual bars. It's still his own bars.
All right, but it's still the same like preference, and you know what I'm saying. He might as well. That's the same thing. That's the same thing Drake does on songs. That's what a ghostwriter does.
Nah,
They give you whatever, and then you throw your little sauce on it. I mean, I don't know. You know, everybody can make all the excuses that they want for Kendrick they want, but I would say this: I do understand that the difference in Kendrick fans and Drake fans. I do kind of see it and get it.
Right.
And for me personally, I would just say that because they are definitely different music, so it is kind of a hard comparison because they do completely different things. And for my particular taste, being a bigger Drake fan, the reason is the minute I heard Drake's song, I'm going crazy. Like, oh shit, I want to replay it again and again and again. When I hear Kendrick shit, I'm like, what the fuck was that? I had to force myself. It was like homework to listen to it a second time and third time just because I knew everybody was going to be talking shit, so I really wanted to give it a good listen and understand it better. But it's like, it's not good. It's just, at the end of the day, we doing music, and that shit it don't sound good to my ears.
I feel like that's just their overall career, though. Like you said, that's the fans.
Right.
Like, yeah, Drake.
And I do like that every time I listen to it again, I do catch more lines. Like, I just listened to it again, and when that fool says, I didn't catch that shit at all. When he says, you want to be like your daddy, a killer like your daddy, Junior, but when shit gets shaky, I'll park his son. Like, he was talking about, like, Parkinson's, like Michael J. Fox, Parkinson's disease, shaky shit. I was like, damn, like, you got to keep listening to it and catching more and more of what he's saying. You're like, oh, shit, you know?
That's the type of shit that Kendrick does, though. his
Right,
songs
right,
you have to listen to them back, and you'll find some shit you never even heard of.
right. And on that note, I give it to him. I think he definitely had more shots, and he did get them. I just feel like I like Drake's song better and his flow better. Just his whole attitude and style with it is more my taste. But I'm excited to see part two because I do know they both gonna come harder.
Yeah, for sure. Supposedly that song was a 19-minute song.
This is another thing I'll say. I was disappointed because I feel like Kendrick was too respectful and went too soft. I feel like when he gets on that angry ass, disrespectful Kendrick mode, like he was on Control, that's gonna be hard to come back from.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like it was like a chess move. Like he did do this one this way to set it up to come with that one on the next one type shit. Like if this was a warning, and when Drake responds, he's gonna be like, "All right, I tried to warn you, motherfucker. Now gloves are off," and then type shit, you know?
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, like I feel like they're still like on a friendly type of like a friendly fade type shit, and they're not really going fully disrespectful like that. Like so,
Yeah. You know what I would do if I was Drake right now? I would just sun that fool, give him a couple bars left, and pay my attention to Kanye because Kanye jumped out the window, and I feel like they're more of a more interesting battle. And he kind of already proved his point with Kendrick. Like,
Fool,
I don't know.
but the point is, whenever Drake and J. Cole, fool, they mention the top, they always mention K. Dot. Everyone always puts Kendrick before Kendrick puts himself. He's not like J. Cole, where J. Cole in every song, he's saying he's the best. But they always mention him. And that's what he was saying, like, fuck a top three. Like, you fools are all trying to be cool with each other. Like, I'm trying to be the best one. Fuck all that kumbaya
Hey,
shit.
but then didn't he contradict himself in this song and say
the three ghosts.
the top three left is the two other ones are kissing hands, and I hope we really are friends.
Right.
Because I don't want to have to go Miami Melly.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
yeah.
I
I
love
mean,
them to death.
he realizes that those fools are the top two other ones, but you know.
So then, what was the point of what you just said?
Because you brought up Kanye, fool. Because you brought up Kanye, and Kanye is not in the
I'm
top
saying,
three.
like, yeah, nah, but I'm talking about just because Kanye and Drake are on another level as far as just like icons, like.
But Kanye is not even in the talks of.
The top three in the rappers, yeah, but.
Kanye is not even in the talks of being top three. He's trying to put himself in that with that little diss he did, which was cool. But he's not in the talks. The top three is, Kendrick, Drake, and J. Cole. And J. Cole basically is bowing out in a way because he did his apology.
Man. J. Cole broke my heart, man.
So
That shit was. I don't even want to talk about J. Cole. I feel like he could have had both of them.
That's true too.
Honestly,
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Hey, let me call you back though. You got me over here running red lights and shit. I'm paying attention.
All right, bro.
Like,
Well, there it is, man.
You heard it here first. And Robs don't like Kendrick at all, huh?
Nah, but he's.
But that's good because we got 2 point of views. We got your point of view that you don't like Drake at all,
Yeah.
and Rob's who doesn't like Kendrick at all.
Me and him go at it all the time because I don't like Drake, he don't like Kendrick, and he's always like, we're just always going back and forth about it. And he's always asking like, give me one bar from Kendrick that's so crazy. I'm always like, bro, it's more than that. It's the songs, it's the albums, this whole work. It's everything, bro.
Yeah.
And like I said, Drake has those quotables. I'm not gonna lie about that. But you gotta live with Kendrick for a little bit, just to understand what's really going on.
For real, low key, I feel like. Cause
That's been their whole career though. Cause I remember the first time I heard Kendrick, which was the Section 80 album.
and to be honest, I didn't really like the Section 80 album that much.
I didn't like it at first. I'm like, that shit's like all jazzy and shit, and like I don't know about this. And then I played it again, and then I played it again. I'm like, bro, this shit hard. So that's just Kendrick, bro. I feel like,
Yeah.
and I don't know what makes me want to even listen to it again, but it is what it is.
No, yeah, for sure. He has
Yeah.
classic music, and Drake does too. I mean, they both, you know. I'm a fan of both. To be honest, I'm still caught in the middle because I might have a little bias for Kendrick just because I do take it personal. Like,
I think if you're from the West Coast, you gotta take
exactly,
Kendrick's
you
side,
gotta
bro.
ride for Kendrick. If we're from, from the
Like
West
I
Coast
feel
of
like
LA.
you should be ashamed if you taking Drake's side. And it's like, bro. I mean, I don't mean to take it like to that point of East Coast West Coast shit like that, but
Right, because it's Canada.
even that, like, I'm not trying to be territorial
Right, right.
here,
It is not really about that. But just
right?
saying, like, because, and the only reason I
Because of
say
what's
that I have a bias is because the perspective that he comes from, like, that life, that LA life, like,
yeah,
is something that we relate to,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
his upbringing, him being in a gang infested neighborhood and not being from a hood, that's literally like me and you,
right,
like,
right.
like
That's
we were
half,
around it, but but we weren't a part of it. We're
yeah.
good kids in Mad City too, like
That's
I
like
feel like
half.
I'm like that too, so it's like
It's half the cities like that. The
exactly,
other half
like
is gangbang. The other
exactly,
half is just around it, lives
exactly,
around it.
like
So yeah, but like I mean, yeah, just the fact that everybody's insane, like nobody's paying attention to the West Coast and all that
right.
shit. Like
And he's lyrically like really good, like, and he speaks like shit that like Tupac used to talk about, like shit that
right,
like you need to watch the way you eat, like shit like that, like shit like Tupac would talk about, but
mm,
like shit that's not superficial and shit, it's not
mm,
about just being famous, it's about,
yeah,
spending family time, all that, like what he's saying, like I'm trying to give my son all this wisdom, all, the knowledge that I know, so he could like advance in this life, like shit like that. That is what he preaches,
yeah,
which
real
has always
shit.
been a good thing. And he doesn't like really like, yeah, obviously he says hood shit like we all do, but in the midst of it all, like there's still that message, and it's like for Black America to like represent like where he comes from and what he, it's deeper than that. That's what I feel like Kendrick has over Drake. Over Drake, like the whole Toronto thing, like it's not really like, I don't know the upbringing over there, but
Yeah, but also
it's different.
like during the whole all the riots and shit and police brutality, and like Drake don't speak up about those types of things, and I kind of feel like he feels because it's happening in America and not in Canada.
Right, exactly.
So like, why should he even care? But like, bro, this is where your whole career is based off. It's in America.
Exactly.
So
And that's a culture appropriating, right? Like in a way.
yeah,
Even though he is part of the culture.
and you want that respect so bad and everything, but like when shit get real, you don't say nothing. It's like I don't know. Imagine if he did, bro. As big as he is, imagine if
Uh,
he came out, made a song like "We Gonna Be Alright." Shit would be something.
who, Drake?
Yeah,
Well, he did God's Plan, which is like a little like,
and that's one of his biggest songs too.
right.
So imagine.
Yeah, if it was more of that. And that's what Kendrick is kind of taking shots at, because he's saying like, you want to be famous, and I just like,
Right. You like the fame, bro. You like this industry shit. Like I ain't with all that. I'm just here to rap, make my music. Yeah, that's it. In other news, Slim Shady's coming out
Oh
in
yeah, I
summertime.
heard.
I don't know what to expect with this album,
This
but
summer, right?
yeah, the death of Slim Shady.
The death of Slim Shady.
This Dre said he's got some production on there, which is
Oh
exciting.
yeah, I seen 50 Cent posted it, right?
Exciting to hear because I always like to see what Dre's on, where his ears at right now.
They might have something to say about this. The Kendrick shit. They might
Yeah.
have Kendrick on it, low key.
Maybe. I mean, Obama got Kendrick.
He basically talked about Aftermath
Right.
and
But
Interscope.
I don't know. I mean, he kind of did take shots, but he didn't.
You know how? So now that I was thinking about it, like you know how Robs was saying about Kanye, but I don't think Kanye would be in the talks. But what do you think about Eminem in the talks of all this?
Like him beefing with?
Yeah, could he be a part of the big three?
I think when they talk about the big three, it's more of this generation.
That's true.
So
That's true.
I think Eminem is just already solidified.
But the thing is that Kanye, when you're bringing up Kanye, he is not of this generation either.
I think what he meant is just it'd just be a more interesting battle because they're more similar
both, yeah.
than complete opposites.
And they're both on the same tip, like fame.
Right. But also,
fame.
it's like, bro, they both got ghostwriters. What are we doing?
That's what I'm saying, too.
We're either going to have two ghostwriters. It's going to be Sahaya the Prince writing for Kanye. I don't know, bro.
That's true, too.
But, I mean, Kendrick set it off. Last year was one of the worst years in hip-hop.
Why was it the worst year in hip-hop?
No good music came out. This shit was, I mean, it was the 50th year and all that, but it just wasn't good.
There was nothing good?
Not really. I mean, here and there, but overall. And that was like no rap songs hit number one in the Billboard charts the whole year, and no albums. So it was bad. So once again, Kendrick came and set the shit on fire. And now everybody dissing everybody.
There's another thing that I just realized also, that I think Drake or one of them said, like, this didn't just start because of that one song. Like, this has been a brewing beef, basically. Like, it's been brewing, right?
Yeah. I heard academics say Drake told him he's been waiting 10 years for this rap beef.
So Drake already has shit ready for 10 years.
Well, they've been throwing subliminals
for 10 years.
Yeah. Well, one thing was interesting. We didn't say. Kendrick said that Drake gave him freaking.
He asked for a feature?
No, yeah, that too. But what's that shit called?
A cease and assist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the Like That track.
Yeah.
Just like, if that's true, like what? Like, you ain't, for what? I mean, you got no copyright, rights. So it's based off slander.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, even if that's true, that's
like the J. Cole thing, bro.
Like,
you can't just apologize, bro.
Yeah, if that's true, bro, that's all he needed to say, bro. Like, you don't like that song? You just put a cease and desist on the song because we talk shit about you? For other reason. But you have all no rights to it. They didn't sample your shit, nothing.
What I realized was that there's just a lot of bias.
Yeah.
On both sides.
Yeah. They don't want to know. Nobody wants to hear each other's side. Nobody wants to be objective. It's just all like, now, I don't care what you say. You know, Drake's the best. Kendrick's the best.
Cause they're all the like I said, I heard the poetic Flacco to ID. Like the same things. Like, hey, this was using the same bars as other like, bro. Like we just went over all like. There's really nothing where he's like. I guess he's like referencing a couple tracks that Pusha T and shit, right? And other diss songs, obviously that were directed at him. But there's literally nothing really where he's like, and it's something you do in hip hop at all the time. You know, like if I were to write a diss song, I might reference "Hit 'Em Up." I might use one line from that or just flip it in my own way, you know, like,
Yeah.
but that's something that is always done in hip hop. Like, you
Mm.
know, when you're talking about one topic, like that shit brings up other, you know,
Right.
you sample this like from a big diss track, you know, or this or that, or
Mm.
that's a part of hip hop. It's just paying homage. It's not no.
Yeah, I guess just because he's saying what's already been said. One thing I saw about like the title, Euphoria. I guess Drake is like a producer of the show,
Right.
and the show's about high school, right? High school. I never seen the show, but
They shot some of it in North Hills.
huh. But it's about high schoolers,
Well,
right?
all over the valley actually.
I mean,
Yeah, it's about high school. Insinuating that Drake hooked up with a high school girl or what? Type shit.
because I mean that is kind of in the air that.
There was a line also that insinuates that, I think. Another bar.
So yeah. Oh, did you see you know in the beginning there's like this reversed freaking
Like,
sounds
yeah.
talking. Somebody unreversed it. Um, I forgot what it was saying. Like everything is true. Everything you said is true. Everything they say about me is true.
Yeah? What the fuck?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Let me see. I can find it real quick.
So in the beginning of the track, there's like an audio playing backwards.
Yeah.
And if you play it forwards, it says.
Everything
It's
they
all
say
true?
about me is true. Basically, that's what.
In what voice?
It's Richard Pryor from the movie The Wiz.
Mm.
Let's see.
I do like Back to Back, fool. That is a good track by. That's a good diss song. For sure, Drake fucking beat Meek Mill and Pusha T.
You think he beat Pusha T?
Pusha T had good lyrical shit, but none of it was like replay worthy. Like we ain't bumping that shit. But you could bump Back to Back anytime. You know what I
But
mean?
what about the W freestyle? You bumping that?
I mean, I did back then, but I haven't bumped it in a long time.
Mm.
That was a good one.
So you think he won Pusha T?
I mean, in reality, yes, but at the same time, no, because I mean, Pusha T exposed the fact that he had a son. You know, so you can't really win there, buddy. You're exposed. You know, you're hiding the world from your kid, or you're hiding the kid from your world. Or what did he say? Something like that.
Some shit like that.
But yeah, in a way, Pusha T won. But I mean, at the end of the day, Drake won because Drake is still the biggest and bigger, better artist.
Yeah, but
More hits, more number ones.
I don't think. I mean, from the start he won. If that's what we're talking about,
True.
but that's not what we're talking about. This is rap battle
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I still think he went with back to back.
with Meek Mill, for sure.
Oh no, but which track? What was his diss to Pusha T?
The W freestyle,
The Duppy, and then he had Story of Adidon, right?
Pusha T,
Pusha T did.
which yeah, he didn't respond. You lost.
Who lost? Drake?
Drake.
But nobody says that, fool.
Yes, they do.
People are saying that Drake lost
Against Pusha T.
against Pusha T.
Yeah.
I don't think Pusha T is like up there though. That like
As far as what? Lyrically?
he's just not like in the category of big three to me. You know what I mean?
Nah.
So he's not worthy enough to beef with Drake. It seems like in a way. It's like the top dogs only, you know, type shit.
But Drake dissed him, so.
I get it. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
it's kind of
just-
like Future and like Rick Ross. Like they're there. I mean, they're getting dissed, but they're not a part of the big three
It's
combo.
not. It's not the main event. That
Yeah,
we
exactly.
Want to see.
Those are the undercards. Those are the you know
Yeah.
that's not the main fight we're trying to see. The main fight is the big three. You know, and now that J Cole's out of it, it's only the big two. It's Kendrick and Drake. So let's see what Drake has to say. But for sure, he should not Drake. You should not come back with no AI, nothing. Just
Nah,
you.
he's gotta go
We just want to
full-
hear you. Like we don't need no fake Snoop Dogg. We don't need no fake Tupac.
Gotta go all bars. Whole song about Kendrick. Don't talk about nobody else.
Yeah.
Stay
You know, we just
focused.
need Toronto Drake. You know. Or even Calabasas Drake is cool too.
But yeah. Wait and see. If Ilfu drops. If it drops like tomorrow, that shit would be crazy.
I was working. It's funny because I was listening. When I was listening again to the Drake one, he was like, I bet Kendrick is in his fucking NY apartment right now, fucking going crazy, thinking of quadruple entendres. And now it seems like Drake is probably doing the same thing in his room right now. And if he's not, he should be.
Yeah. I feel like, people be saying like, oh, they've been had tracks ready. Like Kendrick already has. He's been ready. He has a track ready
Like
to go.
Daylight. I mean, if Daylight said he heard the 19-minute, I'm pretty sure it's been had, you know?
Yeah, but I feel like a proper response is you have to wait to see what the other guy says and respond.
And to be honest, I like the 17-day wait. I like that shit because it gives it its own time and place.
Yeah. And I
Right?
feel like it's reignited. Like, okay,
Right.
it kind of died up, but now, boom.
And then it's kind of like, why are you gonna do what Drake is telling you to do? Drake is literally telling you, hey, you have 1 week to fucking respond. Like, bro, what? No, we're not gonna do this on whenever you say, you know?
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm gonna drop whenever the fuck I want. If I want to perfect my shit, however I want, or whatever reason it is, you know?
All right.
I like the fact that he dropped it on his own terms, own time. But people are always gonna say something about the time, like whether you do it today, tomorrow, like they're gonna talk about it. But I mean, at the end of the day, that shit lives forever. So if you need 17 days, fuck it.
Yeah. I think it's funny, like, he says, like, people think he's making calls to people and trying to dig up dirt. And he's just like, bro, I don't care about none of that. Like, I'm doing.
That's why he's like, you think rap is like my whole life? Yeah.
Like, bro, like, stay. I respect it. I feel
That's
like,
what I do like about Kendrick.
yeah.
Cause I feel like that's how I would be if I were to like be famous. Like I would want to be like Kendrick. Like
Yeah.
not really in the media eye type shit. Like just be like, obviously in the beginning you have to obviously do that more, but
Yeah.
once you have that fame, that is your option at that point.
Right.
Like you know,
Right.
like you see J Cole always like in a fucking hoodie, like not carrying and shit,
Yeah, but at first he was freaking waves and
the chain, everything. You know.
trying to be all rapper.
But yeah, I feel like I would just be like in the tuck somewhere and fucking recreating as long as I have a studio and shit. Like,
One thing Kendrick said a long time ago, which really kind of stuck with me. He said like his big homie had told him like, people don't want to hear you rap about how good of a rapper you are. You know what I mean? Like, you're rapping about rapping. Like, we want you to rap about, life and real situations. And that's what kind of, I don't know, it just stuck with me. Because it's true, bro. It's like, you hear, like, all these, lyrical rappers, or supposed to be lyrical rappers, and they're just rapping all crazy lyrically. But it's like, bro, you ain't saying shit. You just rapping about rapping. Like, it's not. So yeah, I feel like Kendrick is stuck to that for his whole career. Like, he really makes music, bro. Anyways, until next time, we'll tap back in.
We back in this.
This is the 12 Notes Podcast.
Big receipt. PD Beats.
We out soon.